I'm Nils van Meer. I'm founder and publisher of Das Mag Publishing, a publishing house that's based in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And we started 1 year ago with publishing books. Before that we did a literary magazine that also has a German edition, festivals and a yearly summer camp for young writers. The quality of the books is what defines our success, and that's because we started as a magazine. We have worked with many authors already on editing them, but also with design and marketing, so we know them through and through. The biggest success we've had this year was with the first novel of Lise Spit, a Belgian writer, 28 years old, who wrote a 500-page novel. We knew her because she had written for our magazine, but also she was at our summer camp. We do this every year with 20 young people. We go to a big farm for 10 days and they work on one short story and they get editorial feedback and workshops. So we know how she writes and she knows how we edit, and we trust each other. We've danced together, we've cried together, and
sounds nice.
We can make a book together. I founded the publishing house with Tuan Dong, and we both studied political science. So that has nothing to do, or very little to do, with literature. And we both work for student magazines and as a journalist for newspapers. And I worked at I had an internship with one publishing house, but that's all for 3 months. That's all the experience we had. But that's what I see as our main asset, our really advantage we have. We have no experience, we have no idea how it has been done for the last 40 years. We have to find it out ourselves. And then you make different decisions than when you're already working that way and you just have to continue working like that. So we can question the status quo and the way other publishing houses that have existed for many years work. And there's no one, because we're an independent publishing house, there's no one telling us how to do it. The biggest lesson or the biggest challenge we set is do as few books as you can. Many publishing houses publish 200 books a year. That's every day of the week, one book.
It's a flood.
Yeah, it is. And the Netherlands aren't that big, so it's no, those aren't all good books.
Most books we don't need, I think.
Actually, that's true, exactly. So we said we're going to publish a maximum of 12 books a year. And this year we'll be publishing 9. And all of them are very successful. And of course that's because they're great books. But there are many great books that don't get any attention, but we can give it all the attention it needs. And with, I mentioned Lise Spit and her debut novel, it has sold over 100,000 copies already within 8 months. The success allows us to stay independent, and I think that it's the same for many publishing houses that are not independent anymore, that in a moment of weakness they said, okay, we just need someone else. It's not something anyone wants, I think, to be not independent. It's what you choose when you have no other options. So for us, right now, we know we can stay independent, and that's really a big advantage because we can just do whatever we want. And if it works...
It works.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is a bit like that, but I don't know exactly why. But it's, I think one of the reasons is that in the Netherlands it's very easy to distribute your books. To have, there's one central place where all the books are. So if you're, say, okay, I'm a publishing house now, every bookseller can find your books there. So it's very, for us it was necessary to have that because nobody knew our books and they were very hesitant to buy them. But if that didn't exist, maybe we were a typical German independent publishing house with a very small audience. And it's easy in Netherlands to take the next step to a bigger audience. And I think a second reason is Germany is bigger. So you can have an independent publishing house that focuses on one subject or a niche. And the Netherlands are so small, you can't do that. You can't allow just to focus on a small niche. We knew that was going to be the biggest challenge because bookshops, they don't like new publishing houses because they don't know what they can expect. If the books are of no quality, they just don't know. So we teamed up with another independent publishing house, Cossé Verlag.
A German colleague.
Yes, with Christoph Buchwald and Eva Cossé. And because they share the philosophy of doing very few books with high quality, and the booksellers knew them. They already existed for 15 years, so if they said these books are good, we trust them. Yes, because it's a way to compare the way we do it with others, and because we are so new and have no experience, and just with common sense think we have to do it this way. It's still sometimes good to compare it with people who've done this for over 10 years and see the differences. Not that we're very likely to change the way we work, but it's still good to know there's another way and how you, what position you have compared to others.